So you clicked on this video because you want to learn more about proprietary firms and how you can actually use them to start making upwards of $10,000 per month with just Forex trading. Let's start at the beginning. What is proprietary firms? How does it work? So basically, a proprietary firm is a company that is willing to fund you money. So it's willing to give you money that you don't necessarily have right now, but only if you can prove to them that you're a good trader. And the way that that's done is by something called an evaluation or a challenge. So during this short period of time, you need to hit a certain profit target, usually between 8 to 10%, without going over a certain amount of drawdown. And if you're able to do that, these companies will give you $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, and even $500,000 that you can trade with. Now, keyword here, that you can trade with. This is not money that you can just go ahead and then withdraw to your own bank account. That's not how this works. But what you can withdraw is the profits that you make with this challenge account or with this funded account. So this is how it works. Let me go back. Let's say I'm a trader and I'm pretty damn good at what I do. But I have a problem. I do not have enough money that when I trade, it actually counts for being much. So how do we fix this problem? I can go to the bank and get a loan, but the problem with that is there's credit. Is my credit good enough? Second one is, will they give me this lending for my idea, which is trading, which is high risk? Probably not. And the third thing is, even if they did give it to me, what if I lose it? Now I still have to pay it back and I got to pay back that loan. So that is super risky. We don't want to do that. But there is another option, which ties us back into proprietary firms. Because proprietary firms, I can buy a challenge anywhere from a couple $100 to $1,000, depending on how much the funding size is. And the worst case scenario, if they do give me the money and I fail and I blow it up, I don't pay back the $200,000. I just lose the couple $100 that I invested. But the upside is, if I do get it, and if I do get the funded account, now I have hundreds of thousands of dollars to trade with. And with that, I can start making money. So let me give you my history when it comes to this, because I got my first batch of funded accounts in 2021. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a screenshot or a video out here of some of the accounts that I had back in 2021. So I've been in the game for a damn long time, kind of an OG in the funding space. So in 2021, I got funded with FTMO. At that time, there was other companies called Funding Talent. There was FNS. There was a bunch of prop firms that don't necessarily exist today, but they did give me the funding. A matter of fact, I'll show you a screenshot here of one of the payouts that I did back then in 2021 with FTMO. So I got paid out by them. Boom. I made like 15 grand or something like that from a $500 investment because I was able to pass the challenge. But not only that, for as long as the lifespan of that account that I kept, the funded accounts, as long as I didn't defy the rules, which was the drawdown limit, I could keep on making money every month with it. And now I don't have to struggle trading my little couple grand account that I was trading beforehand. Now I can start trading at that $100,000 consistently, create a strategy for a low risk strategy, and then boom, I can get paid out every single month. Now, mind you, that account from 2021, I ended up blowing it straight up. But then again, I was aiming for big profits. That was a $15,000 payout. That's 15%. That's very high. But if I were to do it all over again and it's 2024 right now, I would go about it a bit differently. And I would get the 100,000, 200,000. I would go for the 500,000 even. But then I would not focus on a strategy that tries to get me out of this world gains. I wouldn't focus on getting 15%. I would focus on getting 2 to 3%. 3% on 200K is still more than a full-time income. So now I can keep the account for longer because I'm going lower risk, but the upside is still there. It still replaces my job. Sure, I'm not making 15 grand in a month, but I'll make it over a multitude of months. And using this strategy, I don't have to actually lose my account and go over the whole grind over and over again. Now, here's one of the issues that you're going to face as you go on your trying to get funded journey. The issue is that you are going to fail multiple times. I'm talking about multiple times. I don't think there's ever been a trader that got into this space, in the funding space, and did not fail at least once, minimum. But it's bound to happen. So you got to mentally prepare for that. So now it's not just $500 that you got to invest, it's actually more. Depends on how good you are at the trading. Maybe it takes you 2-3 times before you get it. So at $500 per account, that's $1,500 that you got to be willing to spend and willing to risk. But then again, at $1,500, in the end, if you do get it, and all you need to hit is like 1.5% on that 100K account to make that investment back. So it's worth it. There's more upside than there is downside. But then again, I understand that it's extremely hard to pass these things, which is why we exist, which is why I started my business, Pass Your Challenge. So we started this business back in 2021. So this is years ago. You saw all my payouts and my funded accounts. Once I did that, I had an epiphany. I was like, I was just able to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding for myself. And I got it down packed to a system, this replicatable system, at least for me. What if I can help other people do the same? I can save them the worry of having to fail multiple challenges, having to waste a bunch of money. They can just start passing them more often and getting themselves the same amount of funding that I was able to get, and then they can start getting big ass payouts like me. So that's the revelation that I had in 2021. And from there to today, which is 2024, there's been multiple eases that we've gone through, multiple iterations of what I do. And then finally, we've stumbled upon the one that has gotten us the most replicatable results and one that has helped the most people, I'm talking about over 3,000 people, get funded and get results. And that was basically automated trading. We found out that the best way to remove a lot of these moving parts from failing challenges and all of this stuff is to replace them by a non-human element, which is a automated trading bot, creating an algorithm that's specifically for prop firms. And that's exactly what we did. For the last couple of years, that's exactly what we've been focusing on, and our clients have been using it to get millions of funding. If I had to count collectively from since we started how much funding we've been able to get for people, it would be in the ranges of at least 100 million in funding, not in actual money. So that's a lot of money, right? And out of that 100 million, people made payouts and people made money. Some people blew their accounts. Hey, that's also part of the game. You can still blow your accounts even after you get funded. But you get the point. We've helped a whole lot of people get hands-on funding that they would have never had the chance to before. Imagine you're Billy Joe from, I don't know, Oklahoma, and you just discovered Forex trading, and you've been failing these challenges, and then boom, you get your hands on 200,000. And then not only that, you get plugged in with an automated trading bot that's simple to use compared to manual trading. It's still not, I'm not saying it's the simplest thing that like my grandma could use it. I don't know about that. But any working man/woman with a brain would be able to figure out. You could plug it in, make a couple of percent every month, 1-2%, why not? And now you're making $4,000 per month, working a couple of hours a day, and you can ditch your job. Now for Mr. Billy Joe there, that's life-changing. I'm pretty sure it's life-changing for you too. Matter of fact, I talk to a lot of people, and most people, they don't even want to be millionaires and make all this Lamborghini and all this shit that's the path that I went, right? That were my ambitions. But a lot of people, like majority, they don't even want that. They just want to quit their goddamn job, tired of doing this shit. They want to work for themselves. They want to make reliable income. And then once I had that epiphany, I'm like, okay, then. So I was the one with big ambitions and all of that. I mean, I did accomplish them, cool. But that's not what the people actually want. What the people want is just to replace their job. I was like, if that's all they want, it's really simple. It's not really that hard, especially in today's climate. It has never been as easy as today to completely replace your income with Forex trading. The way to do it is prop firms. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way I can logically see that you could do it. Every other way requires a lot of money up front. I'm talking over $20,000, because you could go and get a $20,000 personal account and start making money with that and make a living. That is 100% a possibility, and it will work. But then again, that's a $20,000 buy-in that you're going to be having to risk. Whereas with proprietary firms, you can start with just a couple of $100. And if you need help, like with us and stuff like that, maybe a couple thousand, but that's it. So the risk to reward is much higher with this. It's less risky and higher rewards than going and risking your own $20,000. So this is where proprietary firms make the most sense. And this is why I've been pushing proprietary firms so hard for the last couple of years, because it fucking makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. Now, in probably the next video, I'll make more videos about which prop firms you can go out with, which prop firms are more trusted than others, which ones I would personally suggest for 2024 and 2025 and onwards. There's been a lot of things happening in the prop firm space, right? Maybe I could talk about that too. But the main idea remains, as long as prop firms exist, it is the best opportunity. Because just think about it. Even if you fail 4 times, right? On a 200K account, which usually for most prop firms costs $1,000. So that's $4,000 down the drain. But then the fifth time you get it. So it's $5,000 in total that you spent. But now you got the 200,000. You just need to hit 2.5% to make your ROI back. Doesn't matter if it's in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months, in 6 months. But usually you can fucking do that in a month. Easy. 2.5% is not really that crazy, right? That's very realistic gains. Within your first month, you're ROI positive. Do you know how long it takes in real estate to become ROI positive after putting down hundreds of thousands of dollars down into a property and trying to make it cash flow and all kinds of garbage that you have to deal with, and the tenants and this and the board, blah, 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 blah. But you go here and after failing 4 times and then the 5th one, and you just need 2.5% back and you're ROI positive on your cash flow. And now after that, month after month, you're writing for free now. You're working with the house money. It's not your own money anymore. You made your $5,000 back. That $5,000 included all the failures from the past plus the current success. And now you're writing for free. And now you can make money as long as you have a low risk strategy. So that's basically my little rant over here on why prop firms is one of the biggest opportunities in this space. And if you want to learn how we can actually help you, my company can help you get hundreds of thousands of funding without having to lose the 4 accounts. You see, like this guy had to lose 4 accounts. What if you didn't have to lose any account and you just paid us to do it? And we can help you pass that during your first try. Wouldn't that be a much better way of spending money? Go with the least path of resistance, which is, hey, I can just get it passed by these guys that clearly know what they've been doing. They've been in the game since 2021. Let me give them the account. Not only that, after we get you the funding, we're not just going to tell you here, bye. We can plug you in with the same strategy that we passed the account with. We can give you the EA, which is automated trading bot that we use. We'll teach you how to use it. And now you can start printing 1 to 5% every single month for the rest of the lifetime of that prop firm account. And if that wasn't enough, if you're ambitious and you're like, you know what, making 3-4 grand is cool, but making 20 is better. Then we can help you scale up the accounts. We can help you go from just having 1 to 200K accounts to having millions of dollars in funding by going with different prop firms at the same time, using this prop firm and this prop firm, 100,000 from here, 200,000 from here, 500,000 from here, and giving you a big trading portfolio worth even millions in some cases. And then now you can make the 20 grand that you want. If you want to learn how we can help you do that, all you need to do, down in the description, you'll find a Calendly link where you can book a call with me, and my team will help you get through all of that. We'll see what option is the best one for you. We'll see if you're even the right fit for this. Because honestly, we disqualify most people that try to opt in for this. Like I'm telling you, we disqualify a lot of people because they're just not the right fit. It's not the right person for it. But if you are, you should definitely go ahead, book a call with us, and we'll help you get this and help you get hundreds of thousands in funding while having the strategy that you can make monthly profits from. See you on the next video.